The Blackberry Z10. It's here, it's finally here, and that does not take away from the fact that this is the phone which basically is holding the future of BlackBerry on its shoulders, at least for the time being. The Z10 has been launched in India, and we'll give you a detailed review of how the phone performs. In this video review, let me just run you through how the phone feels, the user interface, and of course the build quality of the device. Straight up, it's a 4.2-inch display, but the phone feels a little bigger than that. Having said that, we can safely say there's absolutely no problem with single hand usage on this device. You can type out very easily if you so desire with the same hand as holding the phone. The phone does kind of look like the iPhone 5 at first, but that's where the similarities basically end. On the front you have the shiny part of the display, you have the rubberized edges on the front, on the top and the bottom, and you have the matte at the back with the slight imprint finish on it. All in all, this phone has a very rugged feel to it, without feeling rough or edgy in that particular regard. The user interface on the Blackberry 10 is possibly the most interesting thing about this device. Now, for starters, when you have a locked display, you don't need to press the power key on the top. You just need to swipe up on the display and there you go. You enter the app drawer straight away, which is pretty much in line of what we see on the iOS platform. Quite neat, quite simple. It shouldn't take much getting used to. You can swipe right and left to move between the app drawer. Now, interestingly, if you keep swiping left from the first page of the app drawer, you reach what is called the Blackberry Hub. This basically encompasses all your accounts that you've set up on the phone. This could be email, this could be social networking, as well as the Blackberry Hub, which brings you the notifications from BlackBerry's side. Personally, I like to keep it separate, access the separate accounts from the separate tabs, while you can have all the updates here from all accounts in the main Blackberry Hub. This is something that depends on personal preference. Talking about the new method of handling apps in the background. Now let's open a couple of apps here. Now what you can see is now let me lock the display and unlock it again. What you have here is another screen that opens up between the app drawer and the hub. Now this keeps all your applications that are open in the background open here as widgets. Quite neat, but do keep in mind that certain applications like, let's say, text messages will not open here because they minimize into the Blackberry Hub. If you close all applications here, this screen removes itself from the user interface very seamlessly, and you go back to page 1 of the app drawer. Swipe up gestures, side swiping gestures, quite simple to get used to once you get used to it though. It's a slight learning curve for a typical BlackBerry crowd who's upgrading from, let's say, a BlackBerry with a QWERTY keypad. Now, if you open an app, you swipe up to minimize it, and that's how you close it. The camera on this particular phone is an 8MP camera, and all we'll say right now is that it's running the iPhone 5 very close in terms of performance. You will get a detailed run through of the comparison in our detailed text review on the website, but at the moment what we can say is very well done to BlackBerry. I mean, the camera is not something that you associate with a BlackBerry smartphone, an excellent camera I mean, but this one is right up there amongst the best ones. All in all, this phone has its good things and its bad things. The good thing is the build quality, the hardware, the performance, which is kind of linked to the OS as well. The bad things, however, are there's still some critical apps missing on this platform, on the Blackberry 10. WhatsApp is one example, Facebook Messenger is another example, Skype we have still not heard of, Instagram, we're constantly hearing rumors that they're working on the app. So if these apps are critical to you, you might want to hold on for a bit. If these apps are not critical to you, this is a smartphone platform and a smartphone that you should consider if a BlackBerry is what you want.